Hello creators, it's Melissa from Melissa's Creations. Welcome back. Today we are hopping with the Ink Stamp Share blog hop, and this month's theme is Christmas. I've decided to take a project that I saw from Crafty Caroline Creates. She made this adorable box, and wait until you see the inside. It is so awesome. You open it up and boom. Isn't that cute? There's a little box inside of a box. I thought that was an amazing project, so I wanted to recreate that and put it with some of the gorgeous Christmas papers from the holiday catalog. So I have some of the Toile Tidings DSP here, as well as a piece of real red cardstock to coordinate with the stripes here. And then I just have a little bit of very vanilla cardstock to stamp my sentiment. And then I used this gorgeous trimmed ribbon here. So we are going to get started on this project. I hope you are excited. Let's dive in. We're going to start with a piece of our designer series paper. This measures 8.5 by 6, and you're going to need your scoring board. So here's mine. We have the Simply Scored here, and we're going to put it in with the long edge at the top, and you're going to score at the following dimensions. We're doing 1/2 inch, 2.5, 4.5, and 6.5. We're going to rotate it, and we're going to score it at 2 and again at 4. All of the dimensions listed are going to be on my blog. You can get there by clicking on the coordinating blog post link down in the description box below. We're going to do a couple more scores on here. It's hard to see the score lines on this striped paper, so I'm going to do my best to help you figure out where we're at. I have my 1/2 inch score line right here. So what I'm going to do is with the 1/2 inch score line up here at the top, we're going to score it at 1.5 inches just to that 1/2 inch line, just like this. And again at 4.5 inches, again, just to that 1/2 inch score line right there. Now we're going to completely rotate it. So now our 1/2 inch score line is down here at the bottom. We're going to do those same measurements, but we're going to score at that 2 inch line. So we're going to come all the way down. So from the 1.5 inch here, come all the way down to the 2 inch mark that we made earlier. And again, 4.5 down to that 2 inch mark. Keep your scoring tool handy. You can put your scoreboard away. You will also need a ruler for the next step. Okay, so now what we want to do is take our ruler, and here is that score line I just made, as well as that little score line I just made. So this is my 1/2 inch score line here. And I've scored a little bit here and a little bit here. So I'm going to line up my ruler with my score line here and here. So I'm going to continue that score line in this middle square right here. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, my 1/2 inch score line is here, and I have my score line going the perpendicular direction here and here. So I'm going to line my ruler up with those two horizontal score lines. And in the middle square right here, I'm going to continue that score line. Okay. Now we are going to fold and burnish all those score lines. I'm just going to use my thumbs right now to fold all those lines over. Okay, so you can kind of see a little better those lines. So here's my little 1/2 inch there, and then we've got those 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 1/2 inch. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to snip up each of those score lines up to the long lines. So I've got my 2-inch and my 4-inch lines. So I'm going to snip all of those folds up to the score line. By trimming where this little 1/2-inch score line is here, where we made that score mark on this small 1/2-inch flap, we're going to trim that off first and do that on the same side over here. And on these middle pieces here, where we made those score marks, we added those additional score lines with our ruler here and here. As well as on these end pieces. Okay, so we're going to trim those at those score lines. Okay, just like that. All right, so now I have my 1/2-inch score right here. You can see this is the smaller score line here, the little 1/2-inch section. What we're going to do is trim from this corner here directly to this corner. So it'll help if you have a long pair of scissors. And if you don't, you can just draw a line if you'd like, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. So I'm going to line up the corner in my scissors there. And then I'm going to line up the tip of the scissors with this angle right here. So I'm just cutting off that little triangle. I'm going to do the same with this square here. So again, line up the corner and put your tip of your scissors right where it meets this intersection right here. Okay, so we have this shape here. And Carolyn described this as a fish. If you see this end as the head and it goes back this direction, we're going to do the same thing with these two flaps. So we're going to cut from here to this corner and from here down to this corner. So you should have something that looks like this. Now you're going to want to use a strong glue to hold this together. I'm just going to use my snail adhesive just so that I can show you how it comes together, but I'll go back and I'll reinforce it with some glue dots as necessary. So to put this fun box together, what we're going to do first is put the adhesive on these flaps here. I'm also going to put the adhesive on this and this. Okay, so we're going to bring this up. We're going to adhere that panel like so. And don't worry about this piece. We're going to be trimming that off. So we're going to do the same on this side. Just adhere it like this. And now with these pieces, you're going to adhere those down like this. And repeat on this side. Just like that. And finally, with this piece, we're going to tuck that in and adhere this to each side as well. Okay, so now we have the inner workings of our box. We need to trim off these little pieces here. So you can just take your scissors and simply go straight down that line, just like so. And snip off these as well. All right, so now we have the start to our cute little clamshell box. Isn't that adorable? I love it. This box is so quick and easy. I love that you can do it out of our DSP. It's just really fun. All right, so set that aside. Let's work on the inner box. So here I have a piece of real red cardstock. This is cut just smaller than 6 by 6. So it's 5 15/16 by 5 15/16. So you're gonna bring in your scoring board again. And this time it's very easy. All we're gonna do is score at 2 inches on every side. All right, so now we can fold over all of those scores. And with your scissors, you're going to trim up and then trim a triangle away, another triangle away, and then trim it down just to get rid of some of that bulk. You're going to do that with each of the 4 corners. And again, you're going to want to use an adhesive that's super strong, but for this video, I'm just going to go ahead and use my snail. So you're just going to put the adhesive on the flaps here like this, and then you can put your box together. So I have a 1-inch circle punch and a 1/2-inch circle punch. I'm going to take the 1-inch circle punch and we're going to punch out a little half circle from our main box for the inside. Just like so. And then with the 1/2-inch circle punch, we're going to punch a little thumb hole out of the front of our box. That's the side that does not have the 1/2-inch flap on the bottom. It's the solid side here. So we'll just put a little 1/2-inch right there. And now we can tuck our box inside and it should just snugly fit. And there is our super cute clamshell box. Now it's time to put our ribbon on and do a tiny embellishment. So for that, I have my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to use the Noel sentiment from the Tidings All Around stamp set. This is in the holiday catalog, and you can bundle it together with the All Around wreath dies. This is a really fun set to play with, and it is in the Toile Tidings suite of products. Very cool. So we're just going to use that little Noel sentiment. We're going to put that onto a small circle. Again, that 1-inch circle punch is coming into play. We're just going to punch that out. So I have the metallic edge ribbon. This is the gold, and it is so beautiful. I thought that it worked really well with this adorable little box. So I'm just going to wrap it up like so and tie a simple knot. And I'm taking a pair of snips that I've designated as my ribbon snips to keep them nice and sharp. I'm just going to trim those edges like so. And I've offset that little knot right there. And now we're just going to pop this up with a little dimensional. Now you want to make sure that you just put that dimensional on the ribbon and not on the cardstock, or else your belly band ribbon won't slide off. And there we go. That is it, you guys. What do you think? Do you love that cute little box? Just slide the belly band off, and you can open it up and fill it with all kinds of goodies. These would make really cute little gifts, little stocking stuffers, little placeholders for your holiday events and dinners and family get-togethers. So many fun little uses for this adorable little box. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell icon to be notified of future videos. You can follow me on the web at MKre8tions.com and on Facebook at facebook.com/MKre8tions. Don't forget to go down into the description box below, click on the coordinating blog post link so that you can hop along to all of the other wonderfully talented demonstrators in this month's blog hop. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!